Good afternoon, everyone. I am going to create my tool and technique reflection video on measures of central tendency using descriptive statistics and creating a pivot chart. So I'm sharing my screen using our fictitious star data provided. For the descriptive statistics, we were to use the data from the 2023-24 school year and to find the mean, the median, standard deviation, the minimum and maximum score, as well as the count of students. So in order to create your descriptive statistics, you go to your data tool, your data analysis, click on your data analysis tool, and I always do this a little backwards. I'm going to highlight the cells for my reading scores. There are labels in the first row. For this one, I'm just going to have it go to a new worksheet, and I have clicked Summary Statistics. And then it puts this data on a new worksheet. So this and what this descriptive statistics tells me is that the scores suggest that the statistics suggest that the scores are evenly distributed. The standard deviation suggests that most student scores fall within 3 points of the median or average, the mean and median score. The minimum and maximum scores indicate that those values are outliers, so they're low, and it's a low sample size. Um, so with the minimum being, way below, and the maximum as well, it just indicates that they are outliers. Uh, this the average number of students performed, um, uh, you know, 79%, so in the middle. I also created a pivot table to analyze the 2018-19 STAR scores or standard data set. Um, and so the first task is to create the table. So I went to Insert and I chose Table. Uh, as you can see, I already have it set up here. So when you choose Table, it's going to make sure you have tables, has headers, and I had it had already created that table. So I'm going to create a table for this just to indicate that how I perform the task. And it will create this. My table has headers. Let me see if I did this correctly. And it creates my table. I am then going to use that table. And then this is what I did here to create a pivot chart. So my pivot chart I'm going to highlight this table. I'm going to go to my data. I am not good at these. I'm going to find my insert pivot chart, pivot table. It's indicating that the table 2 is, because I highlighted table 2, so it's in the table range category. It's going to send it to a new worksheet. And then I'm going to have to move the categories that I want to, values that I want to talk about. So let me go here. Move. It's asking for the average range of scores as well. Now I've lost what I was working on. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Maybe I need to back out of this. All right. I'm going to delete this sheet. And oh, I see what I highlighted too far into the table. Well, so with the interest of time, I had previously created a pivot chart to talk about those scores. The 2018, 2019 data set. I did have to change, so I clicked in this cell and it actually asked me, I could right click and then I could change the value field settings, and I changed it to indicate the average reading scores. Um, the average reading scores instead of just the average of the scores instead of all of the scores. I was also able to change the value of where I wanted my y-axis to begin and end, and I just started at the 50%. I probably could have changed that to 65 to 100. I have my performance levels color coded, and then I have the grade level range for this school year. This pivot table indicates to me that grade 6 had the strongest average performance, grades 3 and 4 had mixed outcomes, and grade 5 was consistent at meets. Grades 7 and 8 had consistent master level scores. So this data just gives me an overall picture of what each grade level did and then compared. You can see that they increased, for by grade level. So every year these students were able to better perform. I could also use this maybe to talk about what we could do in the lower grade levels to start getting those students where they needed to be faster instead of waiting until middle school. And here I can bind our data into, not sure. So I can bind all of the school years, and then again, I created a table. by highlighting the columns and inserting a table. And then I use this table to show the average reading score for each school year. And here it indicates to me that as the students get older, that but between 2017-18 to 2024, the scores have went down overall. You can use this to determine instructional interventions, create targeted intervention programs, give teachers more support for stronger instructional support, um, just really provide intervention. I would also go as far to say to investigate some social emotional, to find out what is different between the 2017-18 kiddos and 2023-24 kiddos. So again, I've created another awkward video, but I am beginning to be able to manipulate Excel a little better. This is for your viewing pleasure. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day.